Are you stoked?
It's the dumbest word.
Stoked?
Yeah.
I feel like it was really cool for a minute there.
It's been a beat since it was a minute. Let's ask the youngins.
Everything old comes back again.
I'm so stoked.
Well, only when you say it like that.
That's how you're supposed to say that word.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is.
It is?
Stoked.
Are we live? Oh, hi guys.
We're back, everybody. So
I'm sorry.
Hello. I just want to point out that my husband is wearing a fedora and shorts.
I don't think you want to point out anybody's outfits.
We just came from the gym. See, this is what we look like right now. So we made everybody crazy because we're like, just only show us from here up, so it looks really official Facebook Live.
I could be or could not be wearing pants right now.
Show them.
No.
Come on.
No, I don't want to stand up. I'm so comfortable. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening to us talk about nothing. We are going to answer some of the design questions that you guys have written into, but we wanted to just kind of catch up with you, everybody, because we haven't actually been live for a while.
Yeah, it's been a beat. It's a lot's happened. We were invited to be ambassadors for New York Fashion Week, which apparently a lot of people take very, very seriously. We didn't think it was like funny because obviously it's an industry, but we got to wear like Todd Snyder's clothes.
It was fun.
It was fun. It was really fun.
Good dinners. Any excuse to go to the city.
Exactly.
It was a blast. We went on a couple of family trips. We went to Alisal, which is this trip that Nate's family goes on every year. They've been going for 30 years, and it's this dude ranch in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
With no air conditioning,
or
no
people,
Wi-Fi, no TVs. But it's a blast, and we always have a nice time kind of reconnecting with his family.
It's an opportunity for our daughter. I've been going there for 30 years, so it's an opportunity for our daughter. Now it's not about me and my 3 little brothers. It's about their kids. And so Poppy gets to hang out with her cousins, and she's the youngest one. And we basically didn't see her for 4 days.
My favorite trip that we've been on recently is for the 4th of July. We went to Michigan to my dear friend's house, Libby and Kelsey and their family, whom I've basically grown up with. I love them madly. And our daughter stripped her clothes off and was naked basically for 4 days. I didn't know. It was like Lord of the Flies.
And pooped on their deck.
Babe, you're gonna share that?
Well, she did.
She did. My Mr. Burlocker looked at me and goes, "Your daughter's taking a shit on my deck." And I was mortified. I was like, not my daughter.
So for anyone in Glen Arbor, Michigan, or anyone tuning in from Glen Arbor, if you're out there, let us know, because we're like, we're big fans of Arts Tavern and the annual 4th of July parade. It's such a blast. It really is.
It was really
and the
fun.
cinnamon rolls at River Cafe. Unbelievable.
I'm actually kind of mad that you just shared that with everybody because it's supposed to be a secret, dark, delicious secret.
Right.
But
more secret than our daughter's bathroom habits.
Well, that was you, not me. I mean, she's going to love this video when she's older.
So here's the thing. This is how it's going to work. We really appreciate you guys tuning in. Follow us on all of our social media channels, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, obviously. We've been asking you for design questions, and so Jared's going to go first, then I'm going to go with some questions that you've written in. But tune in, stay with us, because at the end, if you've got questions that are design related, just shoot them over, and we'll try and address however many we can at the end of this.
Or if you want to talk to me about Game of Thrones, I'm happy to discuss that with you because it's really intense for me right now.
Or if you want fashion tips from somebody who wears a fedora and shorts.
Who are you going to trust?
All right, you go first.
All right, so these are the questions that we got through social media. Jody writes, did you like having...
Jody Olympia.
Mm-hmm. Which is a very regal name. Did you like having a bedroom with black walls? I'm considering doing it and would love to know if you would ever do it again for yourselves. Yes! I love black. I think that black is like... I use black like a neutral. I think it can be really beautiful. I think it's super sophisticated. And I really believe that if it's done correctly, it can be any type of design aesthetic. That bedroom, which Nate was really nervous about painting black, rightfully so, turned out amazing. And it actually made the space feel twice as big. We just actually painted a room in our new home black. So stay tuned for that.
I did not want that room painted black. Jeremiah suggested it was the first house that we shared together. I was panicking. I was like, it's going to feel like waking up, like you're never going to know when it's daylight and all the stuff, that one area. But it was so cool, and honestly, it's very sexy. So, Jody Olympia, we expect to hear back from you after you paint it black.
Yes, Jody.
Let us know what else is happening in that house.
If you don't want a lot of action, I don't suggest painting your room black.
Yeah, maybe yellow.
Yeah.
Okay, next up.
Isabel writes, I'm trying to redecorate my room, but there's a green carpeting, which I hate, but can't change because it's too expensive. How do I redecorate around the ugly carpet in more neutral colors and tones? I love you guys, by the way. Well, thank you, Isabel. I like you too. I love you too. As far as rugs that you can't change, I would invest in a gray area rug. I know it sounds really simple, but it really can change the entire room. And depending on the size, you can buy it as big as possible and just cover it and then take it with you if you move again.
I disagree.
What, you would work the rug in?
Yeah, I mean, if it's like, I don't like a rug on a rug.
I do.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
What if it's plush carpeting? Like, you still would
put
a rug on top of that?
I would measure it as big as possible so you could see as little as the green. I mean, that's a renter's trick. I mean, that's what happens. You have to work with what you got. I've done it many times, Isabel.
I don't know, Isabel. I honestly, I think what you're asking is, how do you redecorate the whole space, which is going to cost you money? And I think this is one of those moments where less is more. I'd rather see you get online and start saving and start finding like the most competitive deals. In fact, depending on the size of your room, there's oftentimes remnants that are rolled up in the back. These carpet places do these big commercial jobs or these big residential jobs, and they have a piece that's 12 feet by 15 feet or whatever it is. I would take the measurements of your room and get in the car or get online and start checking out if anybody has remnants, or even Google carpet remnants, because it could be a lot less expensive.
She doesn't own it.
We don't know that.
Yeah, she's saying I'm going to redecorate my room, but there's green carpeting and I hate it, but I can't change it because it's too expensive.
That doesn't mean she doesn't own it.
I think you should buy a rug.
Okay.
Sam says, whenever I'm at Marcus, I'm always drawn to the tables of beads. Story of my life.
I know, wow.
Bundled together by plastic bags. But what can I do with them?
All right, I'll go first. You can drape them across a lamp, on a lamp base, like underneath the shade, like the lamp is wearing a necklace.
You could drape them on the corner of a picture frame.
You could put them in a beautiful bowl on the coffee table and just have them kind of laying out.
You can also make it super architectural, and you could bring I've done it before where you actually hang a cluster of beads on a beautiful peg, or if you've got
a vintage hook that you find on Etsy or eBay, or
solid brass pole, you could hang the beads all along it, make it something like an art installation. I think they're really nice because they're super textural, and obviously they tell a story, and I think it's a really great way to bring that kind of energy into the house.
If your interior is monochromatic, keep them neutrals like brasses and bronzes and ivories and grays and blacks. If you're going for color, they can be the big vibrant colors. Jeremiah even took 2 drapery brackets and hung a piece of driftwood, a long piece of driftwood on them. Or it was a branch, it wasn't driftwood.
It's driftwood branch.
And then spaced the beads like hanging down over a headboard. It looked amazing. Sam, if you live in Washington, D.C., you'll probably run into us at that bead table because it's become kind of a signature thing for
I actually
both of
want
us.
to know where these tables are.
Right?
I don't know about them.
I honestly, I'm looking around in our offices here in LA, and there's beads on the table for no reason.
Nate, actually, that's not for no reason. I love them. But Nate said to me the other day that I had to relax on the beads. And you know what I said? I'm buying more as we speak.
All right, Suzanne Galicio. Any suggestions for a small and dark bathroom? She's tried different colors, but they never look right because there's very little natural light. I mean, for me, a bathroom is about keeping it clean, being able to see. I really like the idea of the pale gray family. I think I like the combination of gray and white. I think it looks forever.
I don't like a dark corner in a bathroom.
Yeah,
I don't want any surprises in there. So
fair enough.
I would keep it, if you're gonna go in a darker tone, still have it kind of in a medium light. I like Nate said, I like grays, I like taupes.
Pale.
Yeah, Benjamin Moore does a really beautiful color called Bone and Alabaster, which is a white, but it's still soft. I think those are really pretty options.
Okay, great. Linda Toth.
Linda with a Y.
She says they're replacing their countertops but can't afford to replace the cabinets in their kitchen. Should they paint the light oak kitchen cabinets white or leave them? The countertops are going to be a light beige cream color. Paint them out.
Better paint them cabinets.
Paint them out. And actually, you could even do white on the top and putty on the bottom, or white on the top and pale gray on the bottom. You could do the whole perimeter if you have in white and then the island in black. Paint is so amazing in a kitchen. Maybe you want to update the hardware as well.
I was just going to say, that's an easy fix. Add some really fun hardware.
Yeah. If you guys are just tuning in, by the way, obviously it's Nate and Jeremiah. We're answering questions that you've asked us about design, and we're going to answer your questions live as well. So if we are getting those questions, we'll be answering them. Melody Washington, what are the rules for color on the walls? Melody's granddaughter wants her bedroom, which is 10 by 10, a dark purple. She's afraid that it'll make the room look small. I was thinking an accent wall dark with the remaining walls a lighter purple.
Dark purple is a commitment.
It is. It really is a commitment.
And it's a choice, then you got to stand behind that choice.
I'm going to go with, if a child under 15 is trying to convince you what color they want in their room, then you bring in accents, pillows, maybe a beautiful lamp that color, or even hand paint a lampshade, a white lampshade with dark purple accents. Bring in tassels that you can find on places like Etsy or pom-poms. But if I don't trust any kid under 15 to know exactly what color they're going to like tomorrow. So the idea of painting an entire room dark purple, I'm not into.
I feel like kids under 15 in general, you just have to be very careful.
Right? And then you have to be careful when they're over 15.
I actually just,
for other reasons.
From 15 to 27, I just feel like, just leave me alone.
Yeah, exactly. Although our daughter is convinced that, our daughter, for instance, her favorite color is pink, which is so shocking. But, her room, the base of her room is pale gray and white. And so we have pink accents. There's pink pillows, and
there's no color in there.
Yeah, there's no color.
That's why she's desperate for pink.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're going to do purple and you want to kind of give her that opportunity to paint, because I mean, for us, when we were kids, we painted our room constantly. I know how it was a form of expression.
You did. I wasn't allowed to.
Oh, really?
No.
I painted my room every day. My mom was so amazing about it.
When they sold their house, there were like 18 layers of paint on his bedroom walls.
But it was like thick.
Yeah.
There was a lot of chapters.
It looked like a grotto.
Yeah, exactly. It looked like a jawbreaker.
He also took his closet doors off and arranged all of his clothes like a store, and then put track lighting up.
Yeah, should have known. But if you're going to play with purple in your granddaughter's room, it might be really fun to just paint a line 3/4 of the way up, and everything below could be the purple, and then you still have that light ceiling on top. So,
all right, Melody. All right, well, let's do some lives.
Yeah, so now we're going to answer some live questions. So keep them PC, guys.
Okay, Terry Fenton says she considers blue a neutral. Do you too? She calls it bluetral.
I like that.
That sounds like something you would say. I do too.
Yeah.
I actually do too. I think blue is a neutral, especially navy and pale blue.
Yeah.
I think it's great. And blue and white is such a classic color combination.
So beautiful.
It's definitely a commitment to that color, but I think people who love that always love it. My grandmother's house was blue and white with like accents of red, which sounds awful, but somehow she made it work. But she never departed from that color scheme for like 70 years, and it always looked classic and elegant. Like it was pretty. So yes, neutral.
I like how Tara's question was, I hate my bathroom. I don't know what to do with that, Sarah. You're gonna have to give me something a little bit more.
Okay. Nikki Myers says she rents, and the tile throughout the house is black Italian tile, very slippery, and makes the home dark. Any ideas? Runners?
Yeah, I would do
rug on tile. I can deal with. Rug on rug is not my favorite.
I said rug it all the way, man.
All right. So runners, natural fibers, something that has some traction. Jute, Choir, Sisal, those are all like.
I'm rugged.
All right, let's answer another one. Kathleen Keon says favorite shade of white. I just want to hear you say the name.
My alabaster.
No.
What? Which one? Oh, you're so. I used to be obsessed with a color called Precious Pearls.
I'm gonna leave it at
that for you guys. You guys, one side note before we keep answering the questions, I just want to say again, in case we haven't said it enough, you're all so sweet about the show, and we're so appreciative about it. Honestly, people have come up to us, they give us hugs. It has been like one of the coolest experiences getting to know everybody and to connect with all of you and to have this conversation, have it so much fun.
It is.
It's certainly not lost on us. Thank you for embracing our family, for embracing our twisted love story. And for kind of being there throughout it. It's been really fun, and we just want to say a million times how thankful we are.
We are.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sherry Rink just redid her master bath, light gray walls with accents of black, dark gray. It's gray with a little beige and dark brown. She needed color, so she accented even more with blue and orange, and it looks fabulous. Good for you.
Get it, girl.
All right. Okay, let me see.
Can you read that?
Kind of.
I'm
Can you see?
read
I'm
it
like,
for you?
yeah, will you?
How do you incorporate a living area and an office in a small space? They have to be combined in the same area.
You know, I think that this is about. How you store the things in your office. I mean, in one of the makeovers on Nate and Jeremiah by Design last season, we put a really long counter in a little area off of the family room, and there were linen covered file boxes and a beautiful container for pens, and the homeowner could use their laptop there, or the kids could sit there and do homework. So it's just about making sure that that surface is kept organized and kept clean. A beautiful lamp sitting there.
I think, yeah, I agree, and I think when you're having an office space in a communal area like that, make it transitional. Make it something that at night you can close everything up and put your laptop in a beautiful box and have the flowers there, and you're not sitting in.
Or
that
throw it in a
chaos of
closet.
work.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I mean, you know, drawers or file cabinets that look like, you know, nice could be underneath the countertop. It's actually very easy to you know, designate one area that gives you enough space to work, but doesn't make you feel like you're like jammed into this corner without hanging out with your family.
Word.
All right, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
Again, we're super appreciative. Thank you for listening to us talk about design and everything.
Follow us at Jeremiah Brent, at Nate Berkus, Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah, and stay tuned on our social for what's next.
Yeah, and we love these questions and love hanging out with you guys. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry about my hat.
I'm sorry about his shorts.
Bye, guys.